Favre on 3. Algorithm, this brand new documentary just dropped on Netflix called Fall of Favre. And this documentary, it is based off this very famous quarterback player, Brett Favre. And when you saw the trailer, in the trailer, it tells you about, how he rise to the fame and how he became, I guess, involved in the scandal. And also how he scammed all the money from all the poor people. Although that is what the trailer promises. But this documentary, it is like 1 hour something long. But unfortunately, this documentary, it spends a lot of his time with this, I guess, the scandal he has with this woman, I guess. How did she become involved with him? A lot of, like, the big portion for this documentary is dedicated to that. And when I was watching it, I was there thinking, like, what? Especially this, this woman who is the controversy, like the center of the controversy around him. Yeah, listening to her, often I was like, wow, this is really detour for the story you promised the audience. That being said, I thought overall this documentary still was quite interesting. How it starts out and how it goes to his scandal, which is the halfway through. That is when you get to that. That means that this documentary, the way it is done, it's not very cohesive. All these random people, they comes on and start telling you about Brett Favre, who is very famous, quarterback NFL player. So everybody knows how much he was famous because he was famous, And then, of course, he like a switch streamed here to there. And I was like, wow, all this, even what is her name? Jay Meher or something, right? From the View host. She's also here in this documentary. All these people are here, all these random people. And I was like, wow, this is really confusing. However, though, I did like last half of this documentary. I did enjoy it a lot. I thought, wow, this is quite good. Although it will not answer all your question, obviously, because that's how it is. But I thought overall, last act for this documentary, I personally liked. I was like, wow, let's go. Especially his relationship with his wife and this woman. And although it never really goes full into the detail of how he was scamming people. So that is the only thing I personally didn't like that. But I did like all the cameo this documentary had, all these people that comes on and talks about them, and the way this documentary was done, some of this clip they put together here is really very confusing. Like if you don't know who Brett Favre is, which is like who doesn't know him? Most people knows him. So if you don't know him, like for people who don't know him, you will be confused the way this was done. I was like, who is all these people? And also all the footage they put together in this documentary, they're not very good. And all this footage they put here is like only like a minute long. They're not very detailed. So I was very frustrated with that aspect about this documentary. I guess end of the day, this documentary, it isn't very well made like other documentary out there on Netflix. However, as I said, the last act for like this documentary is quite good. I personally really like, although this woman, I forgot her name, this documentary spent a lot of her, like how she became cheerleader and how she was involved in the scandal. Oh wow, Brett Favre, he was really center of a lot of scandal, he is this guy he was. So it does make sense why this documentary spends a lot of his time for that aspect, I guess. And I was there thinking, wow, famous people, when you become famous and especially when you're an NFL player, you do get paid so much. People just become crazy. And this documentary does showcase that, which is last act for this documentary. That's why I thought overall this was okay. Honestly, I didn't mind watching it. It's only 1 hour long or so. I thought overall this documentary was just okay, and that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this documentary? If you enjoyed this review on this documentary, don't forget other reviews on other documentary. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Please take